Most people have no idea how good the musicians in this city are. Maybe it's a Toronto thing, assuming that you have to leave the city or the country to catch a great jazz performance. Today, I'm here to tell you that's not the case. Hirut on the Danforth showcases Canadian jazz musicians regularly, and trust me, it's world class. The first time I visited, I was floored by the music, the vibe of the room, and the warmth of the audience. It reminded me of the Village Vanguard in New York. Incredible musicians in an intimate, great-sounding space with a crowd that's fully locked in. Today I'm sitting down with Hirut owner Tibebe to find out what inspired him to open a live music venue and how it became one of Toronto's most genuine jazz spots.
I don't know the details.
Well, I know you're very giving because listen, someone doesn't open up a jazz club because they want to be rich. They have a deeper motive.
I say you have to be an idiot.
So tell me, what inspired you to open up a jazz club?
Well, it didn't start at a jazz club. It's a place, a creative space. That's it. It has to be music, comedy, reading poetry, or book lot. These are the poor men. Or the neighborhood school, they want to bring the kids to play for their parents.
So you started it as a creative space. This is going to be just music.
No, it wasn't just music. Still not just music.
I know today you have, I think it's Fridays you have.
Last Friday of the month, our 14 years was back in April. In 2016, we were on the front page of Toronto Star Entertainment section.
For your comedy.
The comedy night. I think that was, we're doing an anniversary. So the Toronto Star came in to see the comedy and they wrote a beautiful article. The comedy is the best. Good comics come in because they say they love this room. That's all. It's not a...
So how did you find this room? Tell me, how did this get created? What were you doing and what inspired this?
This is when we see a place where I can have a stage. This was like this. So instantly I said, I will have a stage. So then I bought the property.
And how did it become mostly jazz? Now, I know you envisioned a creative space, but how did it grow into what it is today?
Today is when I started not only Ethiopian restaurant, I want to provide the Ethiopian music, which is the Ethio jazz.
Right.
So that's how I grew up during the Ethio jazz time.
Right.
So I know the musicians are here. Danny Barnes, Tibebe Woldemichael on saxophone.
Yeah.
And Andargacho on bass and Gazani on keyboard. These are three Ethiopians. And I know Daniel before. So
yeah,
Ethio jazz. But that's only the beginning. I say jazz found this place. It is by accident. I didn't have like a sound engineer or anything, but when it is quiet and when the jazz play, I say, that is it.
right.
I get into it. And then, the jazz family grew, and that becomes the thing. This is it. This was it.
And how did you come up with the name Hirut?
Oh, this is a question I get all the time, especially somebody who come in first time. That is the question they ask. What does Hirut mean?
Yeah.
They all ask.
I'm curious, yeah.
But the first thing I say is, that's my wife's name. They say, whoop. So it's my wife's name. The meaning is like, the Hirut means freedom. Or the English version or the Hebrew version is root. So in Ethiopia, we call it Hirut. So it's a biblical name, if you want to know what that means. But it's my beautiful wife. It's named after her. That's a legacy for my wife. For myself.
Amazing. I love that.
Everybody loved that story. Yeah.
Yeah. So you were telling me a little bit earlier, there's a real community here of not only musicians, but people who sort of helped you build this. Who helps you bring the entertainment in?
Right now, it's the responsibility, most of it goes to my good friend John Weir. He was just my neighbor. By the way, a lot of musicians live in the neighborhood.
Yes, they do.
Some of them, they just, like Paul Novotny, he just drag his big bass on the street on Danforth.
Yeah.
And in his way, he will invite some people here playing out here. A lot of musicians. Rach lives in the neighborhood. So many musicians live in the neighborhood.
You know, I was one of them at one point.
Though.
So how did John, tell me a little bit more about that story. So he would come here. How did you sort of grow that relationship?
There's a specific night, I can tell you. It was Paul Novotny called me and he said, "You want to come and play on Sunday at 6 o'clock?" This is just pre-COVID, long time ago.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, because until 6 o'clock, I have like an open mic.
Right.
So that night, Robbie Botush came to play drum.
Yeah.
Ray Schwager came to play guitar, and Paul Novotny. And they said, "Don't worry, we will bring our friends." Normally Sunday night I'm closed. So all the musicians, including John Weir, was here. I was sitting in that little corner, listen to that music, say, this is different. So John was going to the washroom and he said to me, "Do you know what's happening in your room right now?" That was the beginning of a friendship, I said.
Right.
So since then, he loved the room.
And you created a series from that, right?
We started with the Tuesday Guitar Masters. John came up with the idea. But we had similar shows before, but he structured it.
Yeah.
He just made it easy for me. He made my life easier. Not only me, the musician, because he's so organized.
Right.
And the posters he prepare and,
Also, he helps you with the
everything.
Amazing.
So I thank him so much, but he thanked me more.
Because he has somewhere to come and listen to music.
When the musicians play, I say sometimes, "You guys are awesome." And all the musicians at the same time, they say, "Tibebe, you are awesome." That's beautiful. Yeah.
Like,
That's beautiful.
I don't know, because you're busy with your own club and you're seeing it in your own club every night. But you must know that there's not many places for these great musicians to play in today in Toronto. The venues...
That is very sad, yeah.
Yeah.
But, because everybody wants to have $1 million so they can buy a house, they can buy travel. One day I heard on the radio, I said, if I win $1 million, I go to anywhere in the world to see my favorite musician play. Said, damn, that is what I will do if I win $1 million. Right now, I didn't win $1 million, but I have the best musician every night.
You do.
That is my pay. That is beautiful. And this is my retirement, because I work at Scotiabank for 30 years as a senior financial advisor, mostly advising on the retirement planning. This is it for me.
So when I came here to see a great friend of mine, Davide Dorenzo, play drums. And I was immediately taken by the energy in the room. Not just the quality of the musicians, but the energy, which is just how people felt, how the room felt. How do you think that came to be? Like, how does this room have so much good energy in it?
John called it happy accident, because there is no explanation. Sometimes a customer come in and they look around and they said, "We heard this place has a very good sound. What are you using?" I said, "Well, we use the speakers for John to talk. That's it." But I say, by break time, we will talk about it, and then you will find out,
Right.
And it is, and we have a great audience. This is a listening room.
Yeah.
Like, there is no joke. Like, you can't order a coffee once the music starts.
So when the music starts, you stop serving food?
As much as possible. We don't take orders, for sure. So if you're coming for a meal, you call us. You say, I'm coming for dinner and show. So eating is done by 8 o'clock as much as possible.
That's such a commitment to the music, because most people would say we need to make. You're essentially holding the opportunity to make money for the music first.
Of course, I have to listen to the music. That's for me too.
Wow.
And that's for the musician. This musician, the masters.
Yeah.
What they play. Why you talk like this? No. Yeah.
John, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So what's your connection to the musicians? Obviously, you have a great connection with all the musicians. That's how you're bringing them in here. How did that come to be?
Well, two things. For a living, I repair woodwind instruments. So I'm a known person for that. And half of my head does the upper echelon saxophone player work. And the other half does the classical clarinet world.
Right.
So I'm used to operating in a musical environment. And coupled with I've been a jazz fan ever since my teens. And so I know the scene and I knew the players, many of them. Not all, but many.
Yeah.
Now I know everybody.
Yeah.
But, I think part of what has made it the way it is that we're both sincere in what we try to do.
Right.
Like I often joke because as soon as he gets a break, he'll be sitting up front listening. And how many places will you find the owner up front listening to the music?
Right.
Sometimes somebody maybe wants something, he's up front listening to music.
Yeah.
What happened?
If you want a drink, too bad. We're not serving drinks right now. It's time to listen to music.
So I think the intent is very pure, I guess, in a way, and musicians get that. They understand that because the people who play in that idiom, in the idiom we feature here, at that level, are that way themselves. So
Right.
So it couples well.
Is there a night that stands out to both of you?
Oh,
A performance that
there's so many.
I have been saying it cannot get better than this, but this was 3 years ago, and I'm still did say that yesterday. So I don't know where it's going, but it is every day because I give a credit to John because most of the musicians they say this is the first time we're playing together. So he's not just picking a group. He creates, he connects. If somebody's coming from New York to do something, get them to join the Canada has the best musician. Any musician come from anywhere in the world, our boys. There's minimum.
I agree with you. There's great talent in
Because John make that connection. So every night is special, really special.
What's become clear to me is that Hirut isn't just a restaurant or a live venue. It's a community. So if you haven't been here before, make sure you stop by, order a drink, grab some food, and catch an incredible show. And you'll be reminded that there is incredible talent in Toronto.